Hello, my friends. Hi, this is Albina. Welcome to the Manifest Mondays. Every Monday, I go live on Happy, Healthy, and Abundant Facebook group, and I share with you just 15-20 minutes of manifest magics, all the tools that I know how to shape your destiny and create a life beyond your wildest dreams. So today I wanted to talk about applying the fundamentals, the principles of manifesting, or another way of calling it is applying the universal laws to create, or rather attract, manifest soulmate love. And when I talk about soulmate love, twin flames, thriving intimate relationships, what I want to, first and foremost, I want to talk about this idea, or rather a tool or a principle that is called the power of knowing what you want. The power of knowing what you want. And before I go into that, what I want to say is that most of us, actually subconsciously, without even realizing it, most of us focus on what we don't want, right? So things like maybe you're not 100% conscious of that, but on some level deep in your heart, you don't want to end up alone, or deep in your heart, you don't want to feel lonely, or you say even out loud things like, I don't want to date this loser, or I don't want to be broke and overworked, things like that. We say it out loud a lot of times, but most of the times this is the background, the background of our mind. These are the thoughts that are constantly running in the background, and we're not even aware of that. Now, the universal law is whether or not you are aware or conscious of your thoughts and your beliefs, whatever you focus on is where the energy flows, and wherever your energy flows, that's what you create. So when you are thinking, I don't want to end up alone, guess what? The universe doesn't hear I want or I don't want. It only hears feeling alone, right? And that's what you get. If you say, I don't want to date this loser, the universe doesn't hear the I don't want to part. It only hears the loser part. I'm being silly right now, but I'm using these kind of oversimplified examples to kind of illustrate to you what's going on when we are honestly constantly shaping our destiny and constantly creating our reality. So if you think, or if you even say out loud things like, well, all the good ones are already taken, or stuff like that. So just consider that, with your words, you create your worlds, and your words reflect what you're thinking. And ultimately, this is just one of the ways that you're shaping your reality. So unless we consciously focus on what we do want, our unconscious mind will automatically focus on what we don't want. This is actually how our brain is wired. This is how our brain is made. It's created to focus on what we don't want, because our brain wants to keep us safe. Our brain is constantly looking for, potential danger. The brain wants to keep us safe. So a part of this conscious growth and evolution is actually direct your brain, or train your brain to focus on what you do want. Let me just show you a really quick, silly example, and maybe you can relate to that. So sometimes when my husband and I fight, which is not very often, but at least in the past, I used to get into the state where, I'd just be mad. And in that moment when I'm mad and pissed off, honestly, no matter what my husband does would make me happy. Have you ever felt that way? And if in that moment you were to pause, stop me and ask, Albina, what is it that you want to be happy right now, to be satisfied in this moment? And, in that moment, I don't know what I want. I just want to stay mad. I just want to fight. And the truth is, if you yourself don't know what you want, not your significant other, not the universe, nobody, not even God, can deliver to you what you want because you don't know what you want. Am I making sense right now? So the exercise that I'm going to share with you today is actually called the power of knowing what you want. And on the surface, it may seem like it's something very simple and oversimplified. And once you train your brain to focus on what you do want, which is not an automatic process, the automatic process for your brain is to focus on what you don't want. But once you train your mind to focus on what you do want, then your whole life is going to change. And today we're going to apply this concept, this tool, into the area of our intimate relationship, right? That's why I called it How to Manifest Your Soulmate Love. And, I want to share with you the story. I don't know if you read my email earlier today or my post earlier today. A dear friend of mine, she used to work for us years ago, and she moved to Houston for love. Actually, she moved to one place for love for this man she was dating. And then eventually she moved again for him to Houston. And that's when we met her. And, she really wanted to be with this guy. She loved him. But this person, his focus wasn't the relationship. His focus wasn't her. And he actually never asked her to move for him. She just decided to move for him. And ultimately, because their relationship and she was not his priority, that relationship ended. And when my friend, I think Roger calls her Mary in his book, when Mary was really sad and heartbroken, she actually did the exercise that I'm going to share with you today, and she wrote down all the qualities in the man of her dreams, her soulmate love, right? She wrote it down in her journal. And then, she closed the journal and she kind of let it go energetically. She forgot all about the journal. I want to emphasize the part where she closed the journal and she forgot all about it, because it's an important element of surrender and letting it go when it comes to manifesting. But anyway, she forgot all about that list. She forgot about that journal. She forgot about the exercise. And a few years later, she met the love of her life. She's now happily married with 2 perfect little smoochable babies, living the life of her dreams. But when she and this, her husband got married and they were moving in together, as she was packing, she found her journal and she opened it up and she found that list that she wrote down about her soulmate love, the qualities of a man that she wanted to manifest in her life. And I get goosebumps telling this story every single time. Literally every single item on that list, the list that she dreamed up of was her husband. So the and I can go on and on and on to tell you how powerful this tool is. And I feel all emotional, just want to cry. But this stuff is real, you guys. And I wanted to emphasize to you that how my friend closed the journal and she forgot all about it. Because sometimes, we identify what we want. And I know a lot of people have that list, the qualities of the characteristics they want in their partner, but they're so attached to it. And whenever you're gripping so hard and you're so attached to it, it can be your dreams, it can be whatever it is, the attachment itself is in a way telling the universe, it's only going to be my way on my time and exactly the way I want it. And it's trying to control the most powerful force in the universe. The magic of manifesting comes when you identify what it is that you want, whatever it is that your heart is dreaming of, and then you let it go, right? You practice what yogis call unattachment. You let it go. You surrender it into the hands of God, so to speak. And every time you do that, that's when the universe, that's when God steps up and delivers to you the life beyond your wildest dreams. This is what I call co-creation with the universe. You're constantly co-creating, you're constantly shaping your reality, and you have free will, right? So it's not you, nor is it all universe, God. It's co-creation. It's 50-50. Do you know what I mean? So the power of knowing what you want is a very powerful tool. And the way it works on a very simple level, you just take a new sheet of paper, and this can be applied to your relationships, it can be applied to your career, this can be applied literally to all the aspects of your life. But you take a sheet of paper and you draw a big circle, and inside this circle you write down everything that you want. In this particular case, you can write everything that you want in your soulmate partner, right? In your twin flame, in your husband, your wife. Inside the circle, you write down everything that you want. And then outside the circle, you write down everything that you don't want. Because knowing what you don't want is also important, right? Take a few minutes to write that down, what you want and what you don't want. Identify what is important to you, what is a must for you, right? What is like must not to you, so that if this person has that quality, then it's a deal breaker for you. It's important to know that. And then the last element that most of the time people never get to, this third step, you guys, and the most important question that you write an answer to is, who do I need to become to attract a person like this, right? So remember, you are always creating your destiny. You are the creator or creatrix of your reality. So the most important question, yes, it is important to know what you want in your ideal partner, but the very most important question is, who do I need to become to attract a person like this? And that is the part where you fully embody your power of a creator, if you know what I mean. So let me give you another simple, silly example. I like examples from real life, because through examples and stories, I do believe that we all learn and we stay engaged. So I have another friend, who's created a list. This is what she wants in her ideal soulmate partner. He needs to be good looking and funny and interesting and wealthy and open, all of these amazing things. But then the part is like, who do I need to become to attract a person like that? And she's a smoker. And honestly, look guys, I don't care whether or not you smoke or not. And at the same time, I want to ask, do you think a man like this, a man who is good looking, who is healthy, who takes care of himself, who is well-rounded, well-traveled, wealthy man, who's open, who is, evolved, do you think a man like that would want to date somebody or be with somebody who smokes a pack of cigarettes a day? I mean, I don't know, maybe, but maybe it's my limited belief or whatnot, but I would think a person like that, for me, I would never date a smoker, because to me, it's an absolute no. It's a deal breaker. A person who smokes to me is a person who doesn't value his or her life. A person who smokes to me doesn't value their health and well-being. Do you know what I mean? So it's a silly little example, but at the same time, remember, the power of knowing what you want. Draw a circle. Step 1, inside the circle, write down all the things that you want in your ideal soulmate partner. Outside the circle, write down everything that you don't want in your soulmate partner. And then the third question is, who do I need to become? Who do I need to evolve into? Who do I need to grow into to attract a person like that? Okay, you guys, this exercise will take no more than 10-15 minutes. It's so important. And I hope and I urge you to take a few minutes out of your day to do this exercise, because it is super powerful. And the power of knowing what you want exercise can be used literally in every aspect of your life, your career, your health. Even silly things like, oh, I want to redecorate my living room. Do the power of knowing what you want exercise. Write down what you want, write down what you don't want. It's even though it seems like a oversimplified tool, it is simple. That's why it works. Once you train your brain to focus on what you want instead of focusing on what you don't want, your energy will flow towards whatever it is that you want. And the universe every single time will step up to co-create with you. And moreover, dare I say, every single time the universe will take you to places beyond your wildest dreams. Bye. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next Monday at 11 o'clock for Manifest Monday. Bye, you guys.